Sandra Day O'Connor grew up a cowgirl from Arizona, 25 miles from the nearest town.
I tend to be a bit of a pragmatist, probably, because we had to solve all our own problems out on the ranch. If the truck broke down, we had to fix it. If some animal needed medical attention, we had to provide it. There wasn't much we didn't have to do.
She had the toughness ranch life can breed.
She was incredibly fearless about life, and part of that was because her early life was very hard. Her parents died, her grandmother died, she was shuttled back and forth between the ranch and relatives in Texas to go to school, and she just became very self-sufficient.
O'Connor went to Stanford in the same law class as future Chief Justice William Rehnquist. They dated for a time and he even proposed. She turned him down, but they stayed lifelong friends. Upon graduation, no law firm would hire O'Connor, so she eventually helped start her own, later becoming a powerful state lawmaker, then judge.
President Reagan today settled the question of when he would nominate a woman to the nation's highest court.
She is truly a person for all seasons, possessing those unique qualities of temperament, fairness, intellectual capacity, and devotion to the public good.
In 1981, President Ronald Reagan nominated her to be the first woman on the Supreme Court. The Senate confirmed O'Connor unanimously, 99-0. In 1988, the justice survived a breast cancer scare and returned to work just 10 days after surgery. Her dry Western wit remained intact.
The worst was my public visibility, frankly. There was constant media coverage. How does she look? When is she going to step down and give the president another vacancy on the court?
Over time, O'Connor became known as a moderate conservative on the court and often the swing vote on hot-button social issues, a reference she didn't like.
We have an equal voice, and I'm no more powerful than anyone else on this court, that's for sure.
Some criticized her as a fence-sitter, waiting to see which way the wind would blow.
Those would be the people who have never met her. Anybody who's met her knows that she makes up her own mind and she's not at all concerned about where anybody else is on the spectrum.
Her most well-known votes: upholding abortion rights in Planned Parenthood versus Casey, supporting the University of Michigan Law School's affirmative action program, and siding with her conservative colleagues in favor of George W. Bush in Bush versus Gore. In 2006, she stepped down from the court to care for her husband, John, who had Alzheimer's disease. She became a passionate advocate for Alzheimer's research.
It does take a staggering toll on the families and the caregivers. I can certainly attest to that.
In 2018, O'Connor revealed she too had been diagnosed with dementia and withdrew from public life. The retired justice was grateful, she wrote, for her countless blessings and experiences, including helping to break the glass ceiling.
It wasn't too many years before I was born that women in this country got the right to vote, for heaven's sakes. And in my lifetime, I have seen unbelievable changes in the opportunities for women. I think it's important women are well represented, that it is not an all-male governance, as it once was.